Earth's not being invaded. No. We don't have one single. Oh, now we got Robin Honey. You are the only one they have allowed on here. Can you see that screen right there? You're the only one they're allowed for some strange reason. So that, see you all look at these comments right here. Look at them. Yeah, that should send alarm bells all over the place. It really should. It should raise the alarm. I think we do need to raise the alarm. What is happening with Earth? Earth's not been being invaded. I think it was invaded a long, long time ago. Thousands of years ago is what I think. Yeah. Evening, reality warrior, awesomeness, facts, truth, reality, vanquish the illusion, justice, yes. I think the earth has, let me read this to you. What invasion do they speak of concerning the UFOs from the sun? Is Earth about to be invaded? Some would say that it's already occurring and that there is nothing to fear. Some say that the invasion took place thousands of years ago and we are just now awakening to the fact that we are not alone in this world. The truth is what you make of it. No matter how you look at it, the sun is loaded with UFO ships that do not appear to be of Earth. Will enough people wake up in time? Will they be able to see what is happening to humanity and to the earth before it's too late. I hope so. So let me put this to me, and thank you all for tuning in here, even though, you know, they don't like us commenting, but that's too bad. It's too bad. It really is too bad. Oh, is my picture a tad bit blurry? Yes, you are. So we are going to look at this. Look at this image right next to me on here. This, look at these. Let's look at this image right here. This is from the iswa.gsfc.nasa.gov. This actually showed up in my Facebook memories, and the timestamp was 2 years ago today, and it's concerning the ships in the sun, is what it's concerning, the ships in the sun. You can see them right here. This is not this is not what the center of the sun should look like, and it does appear to have some long ships in it. It has some other structures in it too. It's as if this is a some type of maybe a home base or something. It really does appear as something as such. This is one of the images I took in the Edge Detect you all. I want to show the other pictures that I zoomed up on. We're going to go to my YouTube video also, is what we're going to do. So you can see that video that was done live on here, and we're also going to hop over to my Facebook page. And we're going to see that on there too, if that's all right, because that's what I feel led to share. It is. Let's look at this. So looking at this, how on earth could this just be solar flares, filaments? Look at the edges of this. These are ships. See how they are? See what they look like? It's not just shadows and light and all that. No, it's something much more. You can see what's on the sun. That's from my video. Here's another image. Look at this. This is from the center of that sun, a part of the sun. Look at the edges. How could that be just a coronal hole, just plasma? How could it be? It's not, because it's not. It's not just plasma. It's not. It's not just coronal holes. The sun's not a big ball of fire or a big old thing of plasma. It's a portal. It's a gateway. It often appears as if it's so much more. Some say it could even be a planet. Some say it could be a massive ship. I know there's many theories, but these right here are ships that are on the sun. You all look at this. This is the SDO AIA 171 2020 623, which is 2 years ago today. Look at the sun, how it looked. Just like this. And I found the ships on here, is where I found them. And I think they've done something to this product. They've changed it. But we're going to go look at it, you all. We're going to go over there and we're going to look at it, because I found the ships up here. These are actual ships up here at the top. I don't know if you can see my cursor. It's probably not letting you see it because it only got my hand on here for some strange reason. That is not very nice, you all. It isn't. It's okay. It's all right, you all. I think we got this. Hello, Susan B. Honey. Yeah, you all. That's quite all right. We're going to go over there and look at it anyway, because I'm going to show it. I am going to show it, and I'm going to open up a new window is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do this right here. And let me see if I can put this to me for a moment. That's what I want to do. I want to click on this. Okay, this opened up the window for me is what it did. If I can see up here, I can't see to close it. Y'all just bear with me. There's ships on the sun. And that's what I want to show. It is. Let me, let's look at this, you all. Good evening, YouTube. We are looking at the SDO AIA 171 space weather product, and we are looking at June the 23rd, 2020 of, and it's 2054. This is what we're looking at, and we're going to get right down into it. What's on the sun? So we're going to show you what's on the sun. I'm just using my cell phone to do this because I really do like to do this at times to get a better view. You can see that this does not look like a normal surface. You can see that there are straight edges. There's a portal. Yes, the sun is a portal, but the sun has so much more to it. There are ships on the sun, and we're going to look at just the normal image right here of the SDO in the yellow color. So yeah, let's look at this, and we're going to look closely at this right here. This is like the screenshot right here. This ship that is in the center. Wait till you see what it looks like in the edge detect. I'm not going to do this too long because some of these ships on here, they look like the ones that I capture with my clip-on lens. So I'm just going to go to the next screen, and we're going to zoom in on it. Look at this. That shouldn't be on the sun, okay, but it is on the sun. This is some type. Can you hear me? You can see, looking at this very image right here from the SDO 171, AIA 171, that that's a ship. That's a ship, and there's lots of ships on the sun. And this is the edge detect. This really does bring them out. This is a YouTube video I done, and if you don't investigate and stuff, you're not going to find out things, okay? But the more you look, the more you'll find out. Let's listen else to what we have to say. Yeah. Let's look at this, you all. Of a ship, and it's some type of an opening on the sun. It's not normal. The sun is loaded with all kinds of ships. This is just so happens to be the top part of the sun. You may say, well, how can you tell it's a ship? Well, it's straight. There's straight edges, and this is in the edge detect. This is detecting the edges of the ships that are on the sun. And let's see if I can get up here to the top. And I do apologize again for using my phone, but I do like to use it. Look at this. These are ships. These are the same type of ships that I capture when you look at them in the edge detect. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. We can slow this down. This is the sun in the edge detect. And yeah, the sun is a portal. The sun's like a gateway to other worlds and things like that. They have themselves layered. They have the ability to layer themselves. Yeah, so this get them in the edge detect. They have themselves. So look at this one. This one's a green one. How can the ships be green? How can they have like rainbow colors? Really, how can they? I'll just mute the video. You can go look at the video. But this is a close-up of the inside of the sun. Can y'all still hear the narration from that? I think I turned it off. I just wanted to see. Look at all of these ships on the inside of the sun. Just like that, you all. It is. You may say, Gina, we don't know what you're talking about. Ships. We don't. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me put this. Let me shrink this for a moment, you all. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I will. Let me bring this up. And I'll show you what ships that I am talking about. Let me find them on here. If they didn't erase them. I'm talking about, they look like these ships. They do. They look like these ships on the sun. These are the ones that I documented for around 3 years. These type right here. And I took pictures of them every single day. Let's go back to that video right there. You can see this is a live video. Let's put this live video, since we're referencing it, you all, let's put that in this area right here. Down here, we're going to put the link to that so you can go look at it yourself too. Right there, we've got that in there. Let's go back and look at it. Not that, Gina, honey, but this one right here. Let's do that, you all. So look at that. How can someone look at that and say, "Oh, well, that's just dust. It's not what you think it is." Why not? Why isn't it what I think it is? I think it's a ship. It looks just like a ship. It does. It may not look like our ships, but I say it would look like some futuristic looking, high technologically advanced species of ships is what it looks like to me. That's wonderful. But can you all hear me? That's great. Yeah. I hope you can, you all, because we're looking at this sun, and it's from the SDOAIA. I think it's the 171. I zoomed up on it. Now, they used to filter their products differently, but they went back and they changed the filtration on their particular products because, as you can see, you're able to see images like this of ships that are on this sun. And if they're on it, they're inside it. And I really do think at times that the sun is like, it's a big old area that has lots of ships coming and going. Could even be a stargate. A stargate. I wonder if the sun had different quadrants within it for different species to have their battalions. See, this is ships, you all. They are ships. They are ships up there in that sun, and it's the types that I've documented right there. You all look at the notches in them. Just like that. Let me see that. And if some of you are new here, you may not be aware that I documented ships like that. You may not be aware. Look at that clustered. Clustered right there. Ships. And they're not beings, and they're not just like little dots on the product at all. No, they're not. There's something much greater is what they are. Yeah. See, look at this. Rainbow ships. Look at this, you all. Can you all see the detail on your all's end, or do I need to make it bigger? Is what I'm wondering. Yeah. Let's look at that. So, I don't think Earth is about to be invaded. I think ships arrived. That's great. And you can pause this video and you can go to that video. I think ships have been coming and going for a long time, but I think that that part right there, the detail in that section on the sun is absolutely remarkable. And just think, that's just the outer surface. What's inside it, you know, because there's bound to be layers and layers within the sun. Thank you, Quantum Thug Life Base 120 Organic. They've been doing that to me a lot. Oopsie. So this flashes over to that area of the sun, I guess, that we were looking at, the SDOAIA 171. Right in that area right there, that's what we were looking at. Right there in the center. Yeah, you all, please give this video a thumbs up, because those ships they're on that sun. They're in that sun, and they're going to and fro from that sun, and they kind of look like rainbow looking ships. And I've often wondered if these ships often, you know, they are cloaked in the clouds. I often wonder if they, you know, when you see that translucent rainbow-like thing in the sky, I wonder if it's from these. And at times I see beings in there too. I really do. Look at that green up there. How can you have that Okay, how could you have that in there like that? Yeah. Ships, I mean UFOs. That's what I mean. Long white airplanes that were without wings. They just long and they're white. Like some would call them, I just call them long white ships. Light ships that have the ability to connect themselves like Legos and layer themselves upon one another. And they can combine themselves to be an enormous, massive, like ship is what they can do. Technology in disguise. Hey, I like that. Tabakova. That's right, in disguise. So that you may not even know what they really do look like. Yeah, ships on the sun. That's right. That's the name of it. Ships on the sun. Right there on the sun, you and you can. Let's see. Now this is in black and white. The grayscale right here. You can see it clearly. What it looks like in the grayscale on this sun. It's fleet. It's thousands upon thousands of them. Thousands, and I'm not joking. Thousands upon thousands of these ships. And I'm sure they far, far outnumber all the ships on the earth or all the airplanes on the earth combined. Far outnumber them is what I think. Totally. CERN is space-time manipulation. Well, then some of us are caught in this space-time manipulation. See, look at that. Right there. It's so mind-boggling. It really is so mind-boggling. And they come and go off the sun. And I know that the governments of the world, I know that they see them coming and going. They got really good pictures of what they look like too. But you're not going to see them. All you're going to see is a little blurred image is what you're going to see. Just a blurred image. I guess just to show it. Yeah. Just going to run through this really fast. Just a little bit more. Sorry about that. It started spinning. Yeah. Whoopsie. I guess that was the time of documentation. Before the world got turned upside down. Really, before it got turned completely upside down. No, it isn't what we've been told at all. Not at all. Just go. What if it's like a planet, another planet? Let's look at this. Oh, it's got some more. It's like interdimensional. They really does. It has like the telltale signs of interdimensional colors on it. Wow, that's a small ship over there. And they've got it so cloaked that if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to find it. You're not. Between all the swirls and everything like that, you won't be able to see it. Yeah, a planet or a portal or another planet, something like that. Yeah. Really wonder what that one thing in the sea. Look how they are like that. Let me put this over to you, you all. Since I've got you on here, we're going to hop over. I'm going to put it right back to me, and thank you all for being on here. I'm going to hop over to my Facebook page. You can see where it showed up in my memory 2 years ago, and that is the link to it, which was pretty cool. It really is really cool. And the same result comes. So that had like around 12,000 views on it. I really loved zooming up on it like that. I really, really did. It was so exciting to share them. And it's really exciting to look at them. It really is. Let me put this back to me because there's something else I'm going to show you that is literally at the bottom of my my feed, and it's this right here. This like I was looking at the inverted mode of the video I shared. Okay, so this is like the two suns. Right here you can see the outlines of them, but we're going to watch the video. You might have seen it circulating. You might have, but let me shrink it. We're going to go look at the actual video that I did when I was documenting the two suns. You can, as they're coming through the clouds. I hope they left that on here, you all. I really do. Let me come down here. It's all right. Oh, here we go. They said, look, memories that you may have missed 4 years ago to this day on the June the 21st. Okay, June the 21st. That was the summer solstice. Let's watch this, you all. There is definitely two round objects side by side behind a cloud. This is before I knew anything. Behind a cloud along with the sun. One is very bright and the other is definitely red. It's clearly seen in this video, and I don't know about it, you all. I captured it on my camera. Watch it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I know you see that. Can I zoom in on this? There were many people that took this footage and said it was theirs. If you've seen this footage, I took it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I know you see that. Can I zoom in on this? We'll let you look at it one more time, even though you may not want to see it, Gina, honey. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I know you see that. Can I zoom in on this? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I know you see that. Can I zoom in on this? So that was 4 years ago on the 21st, which would have been the solstice. Summer. Was it the summer solstice or I don't know what they called it. I really don't. Can't remember what the 21st was called. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was documenting. The time I saw the winged beings, gigantic winged beings coming out of the clouds with a wingspan of like 20 to 30 feet, dressed in black, with black suits, red cummerbunds, reddish orange on their cummerbunds, where their feet were reddish orange down there, and as they had their wings out, reddish orange on the very bottom tips of all their feathers. and they were enormous. I thought it was hang gliders dressed up as in costumes, but it wasn't. It was interdimensional beings that came through when I was documenting the two suns. They came through a large chasm that appeared in the sky. There was two great big gigantic columns of clouds, massive storm clouds, and in between them, one flew out to where I was in my yard, and then another, like a total of 6 or 7. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I kept trying to take a picture, and I couldn't get a picture. And they flew over my house, and when they got to the edge of my property, they vanished in the air. But that's what they looked like. They were massive, massive, coming out of the chasm in the sky in between the two big columns. So this sun, it's full of ships, and Earth's not being invaded. I think that happened a long, long time ago. I do. Not to say that you won't have other beings, whether they be interdimensional or of this earth, under this earth, or I'm not going to say the other part. Yeah. Something's going on. Our world's been turned upside down, and we know it. We feel it. But it's all right in the big scope of life, because if we couldn't handle it, we would not be here to face it. Okay? We wouldn't. So we've got all the strength we need within. That sun is full of ships. It is. And it acts as a stargate, I think, a portal. There's all different types that come there, and I wonder if there's different areas for different ships. But as for these type, there were thousands upon thousands of them that I documented. There really were. So I am going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. And don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Whatever you do, no matter what you see, what you hear, you stand your ground. Love you.